Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup. The majority of these products are pretty old, I want to say. I play with them a bunch of times, so I know they're really great. There might be a few products here and there that I'm still testing out and everything, but I'll let you know which products are which. So let's kind of just dive into this. I'm really excited. We have some fun stuff from ColourPop, we have e.l.f., we have Kiss lashes to put on, some stuff from MILANI, a bunch of fun stuff to play with today. I love doing drugstore videos for you guys because it really just shows you that you can find amazing quality products at the drugstore for such a good price. Of course, all prices will be down below, as well as all the products that I will be using today. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see my videos every single week. And without further ado, let's get started on this full face of drugstore makeup. I just put my hair up in these two really cute clips. I did pick these up at CVS quite some time ago. If I can find them, I will also link them down below. So I think today I'm going to be starting with the eyes. So I'm really excited to actually pop back into this palette because it's been quite some time. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Wild Child palette. I really haven't touched this in quite some time. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know I do love ColourPops. This is what the palette looks like. Pretty dark tones, but I'm going to go for a more like neutral look today. It does come with a mirror, which is amazing. I love ColourPop. Again, you can't really buy this at the drugstore. You can buy it on their website or at Ulta, but it is a very affordable palette. I believe this is like $14, and it comes with 9 shades and really varies in the color story. You have more of like pressed powder palettes. It is a pressed powder palette, but you do get some shimmers, you do get some mattes, which is just really great, and they're really fun and easy to work with. So yeah, let's get started. So I think I'm gonna go in and set my eyes with, I can't really read this, Spotted. So this is what the shade looks like right here. And it is very nice again because it does have a mirror. So I'm just gonna pat my brush in here. And honestly, all ColourPop palettes have beautiful pigment. So you could really have fun with your color stories no matter what palette you go for. So I'm just brushing this all against the lid like so. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Ground Crew, which is the shade right here. Kind of just put that in the crease just to give it some definition. I'm using an e.l.f. brush for my crease right here. It is specifically for your crease, which is great. And I was bringing it all the way out. I'm trying to make my eye have more definition by putting this inside the crease and then bringing it outwards and in. With ColourPop palettes, I really find that they're super creamy. They're very easy to blend. They're easy to work with. And again, they're just very affordable. So I find that any ColourPop palette that you do get or want to get, it's gonna be just leading you to success with your makeup, honestly, because they just have really fun color stories throughout every palette. They come out with new palettes or new makeup probably every single week. I can't even keep up, but I just love ColourPop so much. And again, if you've been watching my channel, you already know this. I'm just taking like a blending brush that's clean and just blending this in all together. Like so, just to make sure everything looks like one. Now I'm just gonna go into the shade right here. It is called Feisty, and just kind of darken up the eyes a little bit. I'm just putting this on the outer corner of the eyes. And just brushing that through nice. I think I'm gonna use a different thing for my eyeshadow for a little bit of a shimmer, just to make this a little bit fun. But these palettes are to die for. I love them so much. I use ColourPop palettes almost every time I do my makeup. They're just that good. I'm just bringing this all the way in, making sure it's all blended. We don't want any lines. Then I'm gonna put this palette away for a little bit, but I did want to show you guys the shimmers in here. So we do have lashes like this. I mean, look at this pigment. That is just a beautiful topper. And then we have Fierce. Like, do you see these colors? They are beautiful. So those are the really main shimmer toppers. We also have Grasslands. I'm gonna put this on my finger right here. I mean, do you see all these shimmers? These are beautiful for any type of look you're really going for. I mean, definitely if you wanna glam it up, I mean, these are the colors that you should be using on your eyes. I mean, this one right here, this gold, is stunning. I'm obsessed. I've used these all before, but I think I'm gonna try something else to finish up the rest of my eyes. So I have tried this maybe once or twice before, but I really have just not used it a lot recently, and I did wanna try it again. So this is the e.l.f. like eyeshadow topper, I wanna say. This is the color METEOR. And I mean, first of all, it is just so cute, the packaging and everything. It opens like so. It has a doe fit like this. And it looks like really beautiful, especially with this eye palette. So I'm just gonna be using my mirror right here just to use it as a topper. Just gonna put it in the middle of my eyelids on both sides. I think I'm just gonna use my finger, honestly, just to finish this. And it's really nice because it does melt down really nicely with your eye look. So if you're already just using a powder, it really won't ruin the rest of your eye look. It just kind of melts into it. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this eye. And honestly, I just think using your finger is just the easiest because the warmth of your finger just really melts the product into the rest of your shadow. Trying to bring it all the way in and doing the same thing here. And then I'm just gonna use the same brush before just to make sure everything is blended in together nicely. I mean, I think this is like $3, $4. So nice. They come in a few different colors. I'm not really sure which because I just don't know much about the specific one, but I did find it in my collection. I did want to try it out again. And with this Wild Child ColourPop palette, I mean, this is a great duo together. Before I put on falsies, I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High little mascara. I haven't used this in quite some time just because I've been loving my other mascaras that I've been using. I think I've been like loving the Essence one. That's also a drugstore one. And you know what? This one is really difficult to come off, I find, but I figured I should use it again because it really does a nice job of lifting and separating my lashes. So I just finished putting on the Sky High mascara. I think I do like the Essence one more. I like the brush, the actual bristle of the mascara brush better because it is thicker and it does coat better. This one just does make my lashes look a little higher, but for me, I do like the Essence one better. Okay, so eyelashes are on. I did use the Ardell 105 ones. I'm clearly out of them. I have mixed reviews about this. I'm not a huge fan of full lashes, but I felt like I haven't put lashes on a lot on my channel recently. But I'm just really more into the cat eye, the individual ones. I think those are much easier to put on. They're more comfortable. These I don't find comfortable. I don't love these. These are just okay. I did go through them a lot in the beginning of my YouTube channel just because I wanted to practice. But you know, this is what it looks like up close. They are pretty. They're very wispy. They're somewhat natural, but I'm just not a fan of these. They're just not as comfortable as the ones that I'm used to wearing. All right, let's start with the face. And then we'll move back to the eyes. So what I have here is, for my primer, I'm gonna be using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Perfecting Primer. I love this. I love the consistency of it. I love how it makes my makeup look. But you know, the one thing I don't love about it is that this is what happens when you don't use it for some time, and then you kind of have to just like wipe it off and use it again. So maybe shake it first. Let's see what happens after I shake it. So I'm just shaking it a little. All right. Yeah, so that's much better. So this is the consistency normally. So I like it. It does have a little bit of oil, but the thing that I really do like this about it is very sheer, creates a flawless canvas for makeup, help fills in lines, wrinkles for a perfect complexion, extends makeup wear. So we like that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put this all over my face. Before I forget, I do wanna show you guys the lash glue I use. It is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I do really love this one. I do find that it works really well with all types of lashes. But I just didn't want to forget that. So I'm just putting this all in my areas where I have either fine lines or just a lot of pores. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of fine lines by my eyes. And I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. I don't know if I'm using a bad concealer or my powder is no good anymore. I'm not really sure. So we will have to investigate, but this primer is the real deal. So I'm just like patting this in around my eyes as well, just to make sure everything is perfectly primed. For, I guess, foundation, whatever you want to call it, this is a CC cream that I've always loved. I really haven't used it in quite some time, but I did want to share it some love again. It is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I love this. I'm in light 280 neutral. I also do have 210 neutral, and sometimes I mix them together, but I think today this is the perfect shade for me. I love this so much. It's super hydrating, it's full coverage, and it's just great for your everyday. Look, I literally put on this much, and that's probably all I'm gonna be using. It's very lightweight, it lasts all day long. I'm just gonna be looking at my mirror here. I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. beauty sponge and just kind of dabbing it in to my face like so. Just putting it on all my imperfections that I have. So yeah, I'm just rubbing it in. So I haven't used this in quite some time. No reason why I haven't. I just feel like I've been testing a lot of products lately that I just really haven't had time to go back and use this one again. So I'm just finishing up with the foundation, just bringing it down my neck. I mean, not foundation, CC cream, but this is just a beautiful base. I just find that it does such a nice job, like covering everything. It is pretty full coverage, I want to say. I mean, it doesn't really match my neck so well, but I don't know why well, I do know why. It's because I don't tan or like go on this tone with my body, but my neck is always lighter than my face. I know it's quite opposite a lot of the time, but my neck is just never as dark. So I'm blending it in, making it all look like one, and even bringing it down to the chest area. And yeah, I mean, this is super full coverage. It's nice and glowy, so I'm just finishing up some spots that I wanna make sure are nice and covered. But yeah, I love this. I really should be wearing it more. I know it was like a very hyped product when it first came out. Everyone was trying it. I mean, it really is the real deal, let me tell you. So my face is looking like right now, I mean, it is super long wearing, full coverage, gives my skin a very nice, healthy look and a bit of a glow. Now I'm gonna be using my handy dandy e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I love this. Obviously, you can tell by the bottle. I'm in the shade Light Ivory. I do like a lighter concealer, especially in the summertime. This is the Dope Fit, and you know, I just feel like when I'm wearing this specific CC cream, I really don't need as much of a concealer because it really just hides everything. So again, I'm just blending this in. You know, I'm gonna actually use that ColourPop mirror again, like I have right here. It's just a lot easier. So let's just open this bad boy up. Okay. So now we can really get in there and work our way through the under eyes. Like I said before, I am having a lot of issues with my under eye lines. I really try hard to conceal them well, and I powder them. But if you guys have any other tips, I mean, I obviously use an eye cream as well. Maybe it's not good enough. I'm not sure what the problem is, but it's annoying. And I'm really starting to notice it more and more when putting on my makeup. So yeah, I'm just bringing this all the way down my under eye, and I usually put the excess all over my nose just to get more coverage around there. You know, at first, like when I put on my eyeshadow and stuff, it looks insane without everything coming together, but now it's honestly looking really pretty. I did just turn off my lights from above. I think it was just like kind of throwing me off a little bit. That's what it's looking like. I mean, I'm loving how this is looking so far. I mean, I just did a really weird eye twitch thing, but this is what my makeup is looking like so far, which I love. So I'm just gonna do the brows real quick off cam. This is just the NYX Micro Brow Pencil Crayon in the shade Chocolate. So one side it does have the actual pencil, the other side the spoolie to brush the brows. So yeah, so I'll be right back and then I'll show you what that looks like right after. So I just finished my eyebrows and I did a little bit of powder, but I don't have a drugstore powder on hand. So I just figured I would skip that part of this tutorial, I guess I wanna call it. So the next thing I'm actually excited for, because I haven't tried it yet, so I wanted to test out the e.l.f. Putty bronzers that actually just came out a few weeks ago. I do have this shade Bronze Belle and Honey Drip. I don't know which one's gonna be better, so let's open these up and swatch them for you guys. So this one is Bronzed Belle, so this is what the packaging looks like inside. This might be dark, I mean, just by looking at it. So this is what it looks like on my finger. It's super creamy, wow, okay. So let's just put this on my hand. Oh, I mean, it's not as dark as I thought it would be. So this is what it looks like kind of rubbed in. Don't mind this. This is where I put my foundation. This is what it looks like on my finger, like so. And then when unless it's very buildable, I think I'm going to be doing this color. I mean, I'm very happy that I did get the darker shade because at first I was like, that looks a little dark. But I said it was only $3, so I might as well just get it. So then this one is Honey Drip. This is more of like a caramel color, I want to say. So it looks like on my finger. Pretty light, actually. I mean, you can't really tell when I put it on my finger as a swatch. But this is what it looks like together, like these two. Don't mind this again. So that's what it looks like together, like so. So I think I'm actually going to go in with the darker shade. I think I'm going to go in with this shade and kind of see what it does. Using the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush, it has one side for just like touching up stuff and then the other side for, blending. And it's really good for putty stuff, but it does have a little bit of blush on it. So I'm gonna just like wipe it off a little. I don't know how much to put on. So this is as much as I put on my brush right now. Okay. I might end up using a sponge actually to just blend it in. I'm a little nervous, especially whenever I do cream products. I get a little nervous. So I always use my sponge as a backup, but this might be fine. I'm just tapping lightly into the product. I want to make sure my CC cream underneath does not move. This is looking really pretty and it's blending out really nicely. I'm very happy I got this shade. This is really pretty. So this is what it looks like so far on one side. Let's test it on the other side. But I'm really loving this. I've only heard great things about this specific formula. And as you guys know, I already love the Putty blush so much that I kind of knew I was gonna like this. So spoiler alert, but that's looking really pretty. Just do the forehead a little bit, just to bronze everything together. So this is just giving me more of like a bronze tone. I'm not like trying to contour my face. That's what I use my Makeup by Mario for more. If I'm trying to kind of contour. So I'm just going with my beauty sponge to clean up the lines a little bit. So I'm just looking down at my mirror, which is why I'm looking down. I'm really liking this look. I feel like it is so not like a summer look, but it's just really coming together nicely. So I'm just gonna do a little more on the cheekbones. This is coming together nice. Wow. And then I think I'm gonna be a little risky and use this side. I'm just kind of go down my nose area and see what that does. Bring it all the way up and down. Do you guys see what I'm doing there? So I'm just like kind of pressing the product in. And again, this is more for contouring, the specific part of this. I don't think this product is really made to contour, just a cream bronzer. But I did want to test this part out. Let's go do the tip of my nose. Just to make it a little smaller, you gotta cheat the system. And bring it across like so. And then again, going in with my sponge and just blending that all together nicely. Ooh, I like all my hair is in my way still. But this is leaving me super glowy and looking really nice and bronze. I'm so impressed. Wow, I'm loving this. A little bit of a close-up. Do you see this glow? Like, that is impressive. I love this combo together. I'm really happy I did end up getting this shade. So while we are doing e.l.f., I'm just gonna have to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is in Bora Bora. I love this color. It's just super fun. It's nice and like a pink. Do you guys see that? It's like a baby doll pink. So I'm just gonna use my Fenty 125 brush and just putting this all across. So I'm just gonna bring this up. And again, just putting it on very lightly and just tapping it in, because you could always build. And again, if you've been watching my channel, you guys know how much I love a baby doll pink or any type of blush. I love blush. So again, just patting this into my skin. And you could also wear these over powders, but I just love doing like cream products prior to my powders. That's just a personal preference. Obviously, you guys could do what you want. Let's bring this across my nose so it kind of looks sun-kissed. And of course, going back in here. Wow, I am loving this. e.l.f. kills it with the cream products. I mean, I was not surprised at all, but this is just a 10 out of 10. So I'm just gonna go finish powder my face and then we'll finish the rest of the look. Since we are in the summer, I do wanna go in with a little bit more of a bronzy tone. So I'm just gonna go in with the MILANI Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. And I'm in the shade 02 Sun Kiss. So I love this. I'm just gonna be using my handy dandy e.l.f. brush. This is a airbrush blender brush. So it does have a tilt, which I really do like. I'm just gonna go over where I contoured very gently because I don't want to like move any of the products around. So I'm just giving myself more of a bronzy tone. Just bring it down the nose. I'm just putting it on my cheekbones since I didn't put the cream product on my cheekbones, on my jawline, just because I didn't want to do too much at a time, but I think that was a good move, honestly. So now we're looking really bronzy and fresh, which I love. So now I'm just gonna do a blush real quick, which is, everything is falling over here. So I'm just gonna be using the Milani blush. This is in Luminoso. I love this one so much. So I'll be taking a different brush right here. And just again, making myself a little bit more sun-kissed. I'm just gonna tap this in lightly with this brush. Wow, that is looking so good. I love this blush so much. And where's that bronzer? So I can show you both. I mean, both of these Milani products are actually a 10 out of 10. Super smooth, very easy to work with, great over cream products. So definitely recommend these if you're looking for a new bronzer or a new blush. I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. So this is what it looks like. And it is the shade MEGAGLO, I guess. So this is what it looks like. And I will put it on my finger so I could show you quickly. I mean, pretty subtle. It's definitely not a blinding highlight. It really just melts into your skin. So let's just go see. So it's just really nice. Just gives you a glow from within, if you guys could see that. Kind of just a nice subtle glow, which I love. Again, another drugstore brand, of course, because I'm only using drugstore products today. So just putting it lightly up here. And then underneath my brow bone. And then what I'm gonna do is gonna bring it down the nose. Like so. And just brush it out a little bit. See what I did there? That looks pretty. And then I'm going to be using a different brush to actually highlight my inner corners. So I'm just gonna dip this brush in. And just use, like, you could use water or a setting spray. I'm just using the NYX Bear With Me setting spray and just like going like this, letting it air out a little bit. And then I'm just gonna take my mirror and just kind of put this in the inner corners of my eyes, just to give me that extra highlight in my eye. See what I did there? It just looks really pretty. I always love a brighter inner corner eyelid. That just always looks really good. All right, let's just finish the eyes real quick. I'm just going back into the Wild Child ColourPop palette. And I think I'm just gonna go into Feisty right here and just put that on my under lower lid. And just kind of melt that in and brush it out. And kind of make it all look like one. See what I did there? I mean, it just makes the eye look great. Sometimes I feel like I don't even need that at all, but today I'm feeling it. I'm already so glammed up for the day. I figured why not. So I'm just dipping a small little precise brush in there and just connecting it underneath. And just kind of making it all blend evenly. Yeah, it's looking good. So now just to finish that up, I'm just gonna be using my Sky High mascara again just to coat the lower lash line. Now for the lips, I didn't want to go crazy on my lips because we do have such a crazy eye look today. Not crazy, but very glam. So I'm just using the NYX, this is Milky Gloss in the shade Moody Peach, I want to say. So this is what it looks like. They have a few other fun colors at the drugstore as well, but I just think this is really pretty. I didn't even use a lip liner today. I mean, that's someone like me. I feel like I always use a lip liner, but this is looking good with the actual eye look today. Just very clean and easy looking. Let's just put a little bit more on just to see if it could build up a little bit. I've only used this like one other time. I love how hydrating this feels. This feels really good. I mean, I think this was like $4 or $5. I could be wrong. Again, prices will be linked below, but this is really nice. It's sitting nicely on the lips and I'm really enjoying this experience. And I feel like this could look good with any type of look you're going for. So to finish off, we are going to be using, again, the NYX Bear With Me setting spray. I just, forgot to put the cap on, so I'm just mixing this up. And I'm just going to kind of cover my eyes a little bit because I don't want to ruin it. I just need this for my face. I love this. I've been using this quite some time, even though it doesn't even look like it, but I have. I don't use a lot of setting spray. I just use it once I finish my makeup or when I'm touching up. It's just really nice to use. I mean, the mist is great and it's just really easy to apply. All right, you guys, so this is my finished look. Everything was from the drugstore except the powder that I use to just do some touch-ups. But I mean, come on. This look is so good, if not better than any other look I feel like I've done on my YouTube channel so far. I mean, the eyelashes were okay. I don't know if I'll use them again, but it does complete the look, the lashes, honestly. And this ColourPop palette is literally a 10 out of 10. I feel like everything I used in here today in my little box was amazing. I'm very happy with how this turned out. And now you guys know that you could find products at the drugstore that are just as good, if not better, than the high-end stores. I mean, seriously, I just proved that to you guys, and I'm sure you guys watch other channels that tell you the same thing as well. But I really enjoyed making this video. I love doing these for you guys, and I will link all the products down below. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see my videos every single week, and I will see you guys here next time.